The panel that we're going to start with this afternoon is about the presentation of solutions, entrepreneurship, capacity building in a changing climate. And so our very first presenter is Dr. Miroslav Polzer, and I will ask him to tell you what his topic is, and we'll start.
Welcome again. So my name is Miroslav Polzer. I'm with the International Association for the Advancement of Innovative Approaches to Global Challenges. This is a UN-accredited civil society organization based in Austria. And our main flagship initiative is the multi-stakeholder partnership GloCha, which works on youth empowerment and youth engagement for sustainable development goals implementation. And that's also the topic of my presentation, connecting local micro-action for the sustainable development goals with global resources. So I will not talk much about global challenges, but they are huge. We are living in a changing world, changing climate, and very often this leads also to migration flows that are uncontrolled and very often and also very tragically in the Mediterranean Sea. So we have to see how we will address the challenges like the climate change crisis in a way that will give a future and will give hope to people in places like the Lake Chad Basin. The United Nations is the leading global challenges response mechanism, and this nation-state-based mechanism has come up with a wonderful plan with a compass into a better future. It's the Agenda 2030, the Sustainable Development Goals, and also with the Paris Agreement on Climate Action, which has been adopted in December 2015 at the UN Climate Change Conference in Paris. But the point is, how do these global goals translate into the realities of young people in regions like the Lake Chad Basin, which are really conflict-torn, resource scarce, and not connected with the world's opportunities and resources. So we have had in 2014 a workshop in Accra, West Africa, a regional workshop on youth and information and communication technologies, and there our coordinator for Burkina Faso presented the results of a survey that he has made among young people in Burkina Faso. He has asked them, what is sustainable development? So here in this UN bubble, we think everybody knows what sustainable development is, but he then asked the young people in Burkina Faso, and they said, yeah, sustainable development is sustainable development, or the real development, or I used to hear, but I don't know. And some people were just laughing because they couldn't handle the question at all. So it means really there's a disconnect. A large part of the population that we are talking about here as of the beneficiaries and the target groups of our work and goals don't really know what the goals are and how they can meaningfully engage. And so here now comes in our work. This GloCha Multistakeholder partnership aims to create opportunities for young people for meaningful and rewarding engagement in United Nations goals and programs. So it's really to look at the climate crisis, look at the Sustainable Development Goals implementation challenge as an opportunity where young people can create their own jobs, get a livelihood out of it. And to get there, it needs an enabling ecosystem, which has also been mentioned by you and also by Harvard Yalo in previous presentations. We need to really bring the different public authorities, private stakeholders, universities, youth organizations, and individuals together to function as a global partnership, as a global network of action takers and resource sharers for a better future. It's about a combination of social and technical innovation. I will not go into all the details, but one of the important elements is a global institutional innovation. We need a global level coordination of these efforts, and this is our GloCha partnership and the GloCha Foundation New York as the Secretariat and Resource Mobilization and Program Implementation arm. We need local institutional innovation, we need global challenges, youth centers in every city, in every local community, so that young people have a physical space where they can go to and get access to the internet, get access to knowledge, access to best available technologies for renewable energy technologies, water technologies, and other solutions that will help to implement the sustainable development goals in an entrepreneurial setting, and also access to funding, business model innovation, gamification, and large-scale resource mobilization. So our concrete work in this area is now with APCD. Dr. Behrouz Siddiqui is our partner in this, and Aina Jad is our partner, and we are going to implement some solutions that will provide jobs and income opportunities for young people in a way that is globally coordinated and globally nurtured, and which then can be implemented in different parts of the world as well. So one of the pilot projects is about internet access provision based on satellite technology, and our colleague Mr. Tiko Mirdiwiak will tell you more about this in a later presentation. And another important activity is about youth entrepreneurship and job creation in the context of water resources management and sustainable energy provision. We are working with the Productive Work for Youth program of the United Nations Industrial Development Organization in Vienna on this. And we have also corporate partners like Kyoto Solar and others who will provide us the best technology at a price that is competitive, and including also some sponsoring. And what we are also working on is large-scale resource mobilization. We really want to connect young people who are delivering certified impact for the Sustainable Development Goals, impact in terms of climate change adaptation and sustainable energy provision for all and clean water for all, that this kind of public good generation will be rewarded with financial streams from global resources like global philanthropy sources. I don't know if you have heard about the Giving Pledge. This is an effort of the billionaires of the world. It has been initiated by Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, and they have convinced 183 billionaires' families to pledge to give back to society half of their wealth before they die. But and the total wealth of these people is $996 billion. So and half of this means at least $500 billion of philanthropic funding is in the air, and it's not really, it didn't really start flowing. Most of these people who have pledged their wealth is going up instead of being halved. So, and there are global financial resources like the Green Climate Fund. Global Community has promised to the developing countries that from the year 2020 onwards, there will be every year $100 billion for climate action in developing countries, financed by the developed countries. And there is always a question of how this kind of money will really channel towards the most impactful activities, and we will help to get there with our solutions. We are working with Unify Earth. It's a leading blockchain company here in the US. They are providing for us technology support to develop an Agenda 2030 marketplace, which will help everybody who is taking action for the SDGs to get a tool in the hands with an app that helps to measure, geographically locate a certain activity, measure it, report on it, get it evaluated and verified, and then connected with funds from the mentioned sources and other sources, local and global, public, private, and philanthropic sources. We are, this is connected with our goal to build the technological institutional infrastructure for the global climate action agenda. It's with the Paris Agreement, the non-state climate actors have got really governance space. They are recognized as partners of the nation states in the fight against the climate crisis. But this effort is not having really a leadership institution yet, and we are working on this to deliver this with the ICT infrastructure and also with following visions. I will tell later, but just to show you, we are very big in this global climate action business. Last week there was the California Global Climate Action Summit in San Francisco, and we have had 3 official affiliate events, one on climate philanthropy, one on mass mobilization with music and youth-focused narrative, and one about blockchain technology for enhanced climate action. And one of our visions is to get global goals, global climate action app on everybody's mobile device. So it means connecting everybody with these global goals, with the SDGs. And another vision is that there is really visible leadership in this kind of efforts. And for this we are planning a We the People Center, multi-stakeholder, collaborative space, co-working space, global data center, and we are not sure yet where exactly it will be, but the idea is that it is somehow a visible symbol of hope for the world, that there is being really effective multi-stakeholder climate action being taken, and that young people have opportunities for meaningful and rewarding engagement. And the next steps on our way regarding the Lake Chad basin is to implement the pilot projects that we have mentioned before with APCD and Al-Najat on satellite tech-based e-learning and e-health, and youth entrepreneurship, capacity building, and sustainable energy and water and food. And later we want to have then learning and scaling event series in N'Djamena, in Chad, in Brussels, New York, if possible already at the next UN Echoes of Youth Forum in South Africa in the context of the Academic Council on the United Nations System annual conference, which will be in South Africa, and then rolling out this program in other countries. And with this, I close with a slide that we've got from our friend from Burkina Faso, GloCha yours. So this is a very low carbon lifestyle. And our main message for you and for the youth from the Lake Chad is there is hope, there is GloCha. Thanks very much.
We are the youth and we have come to shine the light, to show you the way you're living just ain't right. It's endangering the future that you will lead.